Can I? Oh. Oh. Can I just put this there? Thanks. All right. Oh. What do we got here? Coconut shrimp? Yeah, I'll take this one. Sure, yeah. Oh, just keep them coming. Keep them coming right through here. Oh, pigs in a blanket. Sorry, can I just get a napkin? Thanks.
Good morning, sweet world, and welcome to the No Dunks podcast on the Athletic Network. It's Monday, November 14th, 2022. I'm J.E. Skeets here in the Classic Factory, and alongside me, as always, Tass Mellis.
Podcast listeners, this is for you.
Next to him, it's the bearded one, my Top Shot Hot Boys, Trey Kirby.
Hey-o.
Hey-o. And last but not least, over yonder, making the magic happen, super producer JD.
Hello.
There he is. And here we are. Shout out to the stream team joining us live right now on YouTube. Comment away. Like the videos. Subscribe to No Dunks on YouTube. Share the show if you haven't. Get your No Dunks merch over at nodunks.com and send in your questions and comments all the time to nodunks@theathletic.com. That is the email address. You can tweet them into @NoDunksInc. And follow us across all the social media channels, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and whatever the new one coming is.
What do you think the new one's going to be called? Are you referring to Mastodon?
That's it.
Or are you going to name it after another Paleolithic creature? Brontosaurus. Follow us on Brontosaurus.
Yeah, there you go. Monday podcast, always a blast because we're going to go over the entire NBA weekend with our winners and losers. But before that, Friday night, another legendary night when it came to wedgies. 3 on Friday night. Yes, and it started with Grant Williams at the free throw line.
What?
The technical free throw attempt. And he gets the very, very rare free throw wedgie. I mean, Tass, you had the compilation. It's only happened like, what, 4 or 5 times since we started tracking?
Four real ones, and it's great when it's a tech free throw because no one can touch it.
That's amazing. And then, I don't know, minutes later, Bismack Biyombo in Orlando, a little left-hand hook shot. There you go. Love to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, also rare.
And then this one, a little controversial. Austin Reeves' three-point attempt. It sticks for a second and drops, but the officials blew the whistle, and it was a jump ball. And even though the Kings were like, what? That fell out right away. But
yeah. A couple of the officials didn't like that call, I feel like.
Well, that was a little premature, but hey.
They want wedgies.
Hey, we'll take it.
Call's a call. That's
right.
a wedgie. That's 10 on the season. We're on pace for 59. And that wasn't it, because also on Friday night, we had the ledgie from Derrick Rose.
Oh, yeah.
Where he gets that ball to just stand still on the back of the rim. I mean, those are even more rare than a free throw wedgie, maybe. I don't know. I know. I guess Draymond Green had one last year.
Oh, 100%. Those are more rare.
Yeah.
We have a lot of rarities. So 3 wedgies on one night. That was the second time that happened in 1 week, which it was the first time that happened. As we track them here, we've tracked them for 9 years, and then a tech free throw wedgie. We've only seen 4 free throw wedgies since we started recording them. I was late Friday night. I was going back over all the starter shows, trying to find every single one. And yeah, there's only been 4 wedgies from the free throw line.
And a lot of them have happened in Boston.
Two have happened in Boston and on the same side of the rim, on the same rim. Wow.
What does that mean?
That was a buzzy wedgie, though, that Grant Williams one. I feel like that one made the rounds. Like that was the closest to a viral wedgie that we've had so far this season, with the way he ended up going to the free throw line and the fact that it was a technical free throw. That was big time.
And you had Bruce Brown pointing at it. Looked like
huge.
He was talking shit to
Look at your
Williams.
stupid wedgie.
Yeah, you're going to be on No Dunks, you idiot.
You dum-dum.
So yeah, you're right. Great week. But especially the
huge.
Friday night.
Huge.
That's amazing. All right, let's get into winners of the NBA weekend. Tass, get us started. I think everybody knows who you're going to start with here.
Yeah, there's some good performances this weekend, but it's got to start with Joel Embiid because on back-to-back nights, he had 101 total points. It's a little bonkers. On Saturday, it started with 42 against the Atlanta Hawks. And at the beginning of this game, I was watching it. Maybe he was a little surprised that the Hawks were giving him so much room because I don't think he was touched before he got to 20 points, really. They were giving him room because he's just too big, overpowering guys, and he was in the mid-range, and that shot was absolutely pure. He was shaking everybody, even when he put it down on the floor. And going into this game, maybe he thought, I got no James Harden. got to do this by myself. Also, we're sort of at a low point of the season. We're 5-7, but he did it all himself to get them to 6-7. He also had 10 boards, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks to go along with the 42. But that was nothing compared to what he did on Sunday against the Utah Jazz. Again, a back-to-back, and Joel Embiid. Usually those two don't equate to a monstrous game in the second half of a back-to-back, but he was balling. He had 33 points going into the fourth quarter against the Utah Jazz, who are very tough, and they keep games close. So they needed Joel Embiid to come out at the beginning of the fourth quarter and make some magic, and everything was going through him in the fourth quarter. Absolutely everything. They tried Rudy Gay on him to try and stick with him with his foot speed.
That didn't work?
Nope.
Well, to watch the clips again against Rudy Gay, he was shaking him and getting so much separation against a guy who is supposed to be, a forward, and it just shows you how athletic Joel Embiid is against Jared Vanderbilt, who was pretty good, but in his face. But at that point in the game, I mean, he just was seeing mesh, like even a hand in his face.
Yeah.
It was just going in. They tried Kelly Olynyk for peskiness, but he was just going through Kelly Olynyk and was too fast for him. And they tried Lauri Markkanen for foot speed. Couldn't be stopped. Everything going right. So he had 46 with about 6:50 left in the fourth. Doc needed to get him a blow because there was going to be a timeout coming up. Doc doing some coaching. So he sat for just about a minute, plus that timeout. Then he came out. And James Harden came over to him in his velour Louis Vuitton and said something to him, probably, "Hey, man, go get it. I'll come back in a couple games. I'll help you out. And go get your career high," probably is what he said, because his career high was 50. It was 46 as he came back into the game. And then he scored every single point the rest of the way for the Philadelphia 76ers. 13 more to get him to 59. No one else hit a friggin' basket in the entire fourth quarter. No Philadelphia 76er hit a basket. He had 26 of the 27 points for the Sixers. 1 free throw. He even had the energy with 20 seconds left to get in Lauri Markkanen's ear as he went to the free throw line, because this was a tight game, to talk trash to Lauri Markkanen. Lauri missed both. Doing it even at the free throw line. Great free throw line defense there. But the defense actually was important. He had 5 blocks in the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah.
And some playoff falling over guys, like recovery, falling over guys type of blocks. So the 59 points, amazing, obviously. Only 1 3-pointer, 18 of 23 on twos. He did hit 20 free throws. Some ridiculous efficiency there.
What a line.
But the bigger part, probably if you're a Sixers fan, 11 boards, 8 assists, amazing, and 7 blocks. And after the game, he was asked, "What would you tell your son about this game? If looking back, this is your career high." And he said, "I'd probably tell him that I had a 50-point quadruple double." Because it was damn close.
He's going to round up.
Yeah, he's going to round up. 11 boards, 8
They went
assists,
to
7
overtime.
blocks.
He may have actually got it.
And they need it. It's almost all the recipe for a monstrous game, because Harden was out, so that meant when he was on the bench, the Sixers stunk. They were minus 17 with him on the bench, so he needed to come out and play every single minute, and he was a monster. An absolute monster. And
I mean, it's not hyperbole to say it was one of the greatest individual games we've ever seen in NBA history. I know it's not, but 59, 11, 8, and 7 in regulation is crazy.
It felt like watching what it must have been like to watch Wilt Chamberlain, because it did not matter who the Jazz had out there. It's like Markkanen and Olynyk. Come on, that's a joke for Joel Embiid if he comes out with the right mindset, and he did, and he dominated for the entire game. That's his career best game. But it was like Embiid looked faster, stronger, bigger than anybody else that the Jazz could throw out there. So you're like, that's probably what it was like for Wilt Chamberlain. Yep. But it was back-to-back games for Embiid. Do it for an entire 82 games, and then you are Wilt. But man, if you have a 42-point game and it's your bad game from the weekend, you're an easy winner. I did have a huge laugh, though, when he took the three-pointer when he was on 57 points, clearly trying to get 60, and took like a spinning fadeaway 3 from 2 steps outside. Almost cost the Jazz the game. Yeah. But clutch free throw trash talk. He said he wanted to put his son to bed. But guess what? His son was already in bed. We got him.
Yeah, he goes to bed at 7:30 every night.
My son goes to bed at 7:30. That's why I'm going to lie to him about this.
Yeah, they were just throwing bodies at him, multiple guys in that fourth quarter. Yeah. At some point, they were just like, okay, let's get it out of his hands. And Doc did a good job of getting him in a position to get the ball back, because no one else could score. Really, the entire game, only one other guy went to the free throw line for the Philadelphia 76ers for 2 free throws. I mean, he just did it all, the whole thing. And yeah, again, when he went to the bench, they stunk. So yeah, it is. I think you could put it up there in the pantheon. Trey's, implying that he doesn't do it every single game is totally true. I mean, he doesn't have to. He doesn't. But you could see, like, he wasn't doing it in the post. He was doing it in the mid post, and he was shaking guys, as you said, like faster than guys.
Yeah.
On NFL Sunday, he looks like an NFL player. He's so big, but he's shaking guards. He's shaking forwards out there to get space, and that shot when it's pure. It's sexy.
And
it's
usually
sexy.
with Embiid, I mean, not just the back-to-back situation because of the schedule, but like we always say, where did he go in the fourth quarter? And this one he got stronger, as he said, 26 of his team's 27 down the stretch. So feeling good. Maybe those little injuries that had him nicked up there at the start of the season, he has appeared to shake in those. And these were big wins. I mean, they're against the Hawks, against the Jazz, two of the better teams so far early in the season. And this was after they had lost a bad one there on Wednesday night or Thursday night earlier in the week, midweek. And like the body language looked bad for this team. We're wondering, is Doc Rivers going to be around for the weekend? And Embiid makes sure that he is, at least with these performances. Huge weekend from Joel Embiid. And the guy's averaging 32.3 points per game. That's fourth in the league. Tied for third, I guess, with Tatum. But there are just so many guys putting up monster numbers when it comes to scoring.
That's how good he is. You can criticize him, and he can be dropping 30 points a game.
Yeah.
Because it feels like he could be doing more. And it does suck at times, though. When you're looking at the Sixers' big picture, they're 7-7. Harden is out. Embiid's going to still have to put together some monumental things here.
Yep.
The depth was supposed to be, the big thing that they did in the offseason with the Anthony Melton and PJ Tucker. They'll be fine. They've now got a hierarchy. I was saying it, but it's totally going through Harden or Embiid, and hopefully Harden will be back soon. He'll shed that matching velour, and he is looking better in terms of just being on the bench. He's dropped the walking boot. So he should be playing soon because Embiid needs the help, it sure looks like.
All right, Trey, what do you got for a winner of the weekend?
Oh, you like points, I hear.
I like points.
Oh, winner of the weekend, Steph Curry for Friday's win against the Cavs. 40 points, 6 threes, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, and 2 turnovers. Great numbers, but it's really the last minute 18 of this game that gets Steph the winner here. Down 3, hits a 3 to tie things up. This is the late three-pointer where he's talking trash to the Cavs bench before the shot even drops. I like to see the innovation from Steph Curry. I feel at this point right now, if you make a corner or a wing three-pointer, every single player in the league right now is talking trash to the bench if the shot goes in. Every single one. But Steph, we know, likes to do stuff when the ball is in the air, so he kind of joined those two things, celebrating before it went down and the trash talk. Great to see. Next time down the court, a layup to take a 2-point lead. The Cavs hit a free throw. Next Warriors possession, another 3 for Steph to put him up by 4. This is the clutch 3 where he gave him the night-night celebration. 2 clutch celebrations in the final minute of this game. It was an MVP-like performance. He was the scoring leader in the league after this game was done. Of course, he was passed the next day because we have point inflation right now. He's having his best season ever right now. Steph Curry is. And unfortunately, the Warriors need it, because Steph can only carry the dubs to wins in home games. Sunday night, it was carrying Fox for the Kings, winning it in Sacramento. Another good game for Steph, 27, 6, 4, and 3. But Golden State could not stop Fox at all in the fourth quarter. 11 points on 5 of 6 shooting, a couple rebounds and assists, a block. When he did miss, it was Domantas Sabonis on the glass against the tiny Warriors team. 25 and 22 for Sabonis. That's a lot of roast beef. Had that huge putback late. Golden State now 0-7. In road games this season. They turn the ball over a ton. They don't rebound, as you saw against the Kings there. They foul all the time. They've had fourth quarter leads against the Hornets, Heat, Magic, and Kings, and lost all of those games. And unfortunately, it's the veterans that are on the court in the late fourth quarter here. So, I don't know. Their bench has been bad, I think, in general this season, but the Warriors are just not quite having enough attention to detail and not doing the little things in the fourth quarter. Steve Kerr said, we can't survive mistakes right now. And that's what you saw, I thought, against the Kings on that Sabonis board.
So just so I have this right, 2 winners of the weekend there. Curry
winner.
For incredible stuff there, especially in the first game. And then the Kings getting some love.
Kings got to.
Oh, my God. The Mike Brown revenge tour. What a week. Beat the Cavs on Wednesday, the Lakers on Friday, and then the Warriors on Sunday. And I think Mike Brown, they play the Spurs coming up here too. So there's a little coaching tree stuff there as well. But Sacramento, this is great after that very Sacramento Kings-like start to the season where we were all pumped coming in. They keep losing games, even they were close and they were fighting, but the defense wasn't all that improved. And now they're like hitting their stride here. And yeah, Fox was awesome in the fourth quarter. I mean, talk about attacking the rim and hit a big three, and it's fun to see as a longtime De'Aaron Fox supporter that some of these wins are coming along with some of these big stat lines and at least clutch shots. And I thought Keegan Murray was awesome too in this game against the Warriors. I mean, he's hitting like pin down threes coming up top, and it's like, whoa, okay, I didn't know you had that in your arsenal. But he hit 5 threes. Herter helping, he hit 4 threes. They just have shooting now around Sabonis and his playmaking, and Fox taking over. Malik Monk off the bench with 12. So the Kings fire the laser. You like this laser beam they're shooting off from Sacramento after wins? Purple laser beam. Yeah, we didn't talk about it.
It's pretty cool. No, we haven't talked about it.
I don't mind it.
I do. I like it. That's it. That's all I got.
I've only seen one picture before they got any wins, so I don't know. Is it good?
Yeah, it's a pretty prominently purple laser beam that's just firing up from the arena. Yeah. I like it.
Cool.
I'm just good with things like that.
You just like lasers in general? Yeah, me too.
Yeah, no, just like lit up monuments. You know?
Okay.
Back in Toronto, they would light up the CN Tower for any particular color depending
right.
on the event. Laser is cool.
Nuit Blanche. I feel like there was a lot of skylights for Nuit Blanche for whatever reason. Let's go to an event down at the factory. Is that what it was called? Foundation? What was that place called?
JD, how do you feel about like getting like a really bright spotlight outside of the classic factory here for every classic we do or something like that?
Yeah.
Fire it up.
It's a good idea. The neighborhood would wonder what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
But what if people showed up here? Ooh, I don't know about that.
I'll have to rethink that.
Yeah.
You have any thoughts on the Kings or Curry?
Yeah, you guys, I'm so happy for you guys. You got a 500 team after 12 games. So you should be happy for the Kings.
Hey, man, they're in the play-in right now.
They're slipped into ninth there. Yeah, the Fox block in the corner. That was a phenomenal, just to see the extra efforts happening to get Curry. He looked wide open, but Fox to be able to leap out and get that. The Warriors, just extremely off. And it was odd, too, because I think the best defense that the Warriors were playing was also at the free throw line. The Kings just had bad free throw. Missed a lot of free throws. 12 of 19 from the line on Sunday. Expect them to lose that game. But the attention to detail, I think, is exactly right. The Warriors have not won a game away from home.
0-7?
Very odd. Yeah.
Wow. 0-7, yeah.
Wow.
Very, very odd, even though Steph's doing a lot of carrying. And, shout out to Electrical Keyboard on Reddit, because now we're using that Steph Carey nickname all the time.
But see, this was my problem with it. You just said Steph's doing a lot of carrying, and I immediately think, he's palming the ball. He's getting away with some of these.
Well, I didn't say Steph Carey. Steph Carey.
That's true.
My favorite spice. Actually, it's funny because my father-in-law will say curry as in carry. Is there any carry in that pasta? Like, what?
Oh, wow.
What?
He means
It's weird because we're talking about curry, but it's carry. He just doesn't say it the way other people say it. And now I have to say, well, did you know that that's the hottest nickname for Steph Curry? Steph Curry? Who's Steph Curry? I know him as Steph Carey. Anyway.
Winner of the weekend to the Oklahoma City Thunder. They scored 277 points over the weekend. No overtime periods. In 2 games against the Raptors and Knicks, they scored 277 points. On Sunday, Josh Giddey, he's in Madison Square Garden, and whenever he's there, he just puts up a triple-double, 24, 12, and 10 for him. As a team, OKC shot 62.5% against the Knicks, and I know we'll get to New York in worst of the weekend. But, the real reason I want to talk about this team is I want to lock in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for the All-Star game. I think this weekend stamped his first All-Star appearance. I know it's early. It's only mid-November. The game's not till February.
It is early.
He'll probably break his ankle in his next game. It will all be my fault. But seriously, he took it's so often now he's the best player on the floor. He'd had 21 in the third quarter against the Knicks there and blew the game open, 17-2 run. It was sort of over there. His numbers this season are, quite frankly, eye-opening. He's averaging 31.1 points per game, nearly 6 assists, 4.5 rebounds, and then the defense, which you've talked about before, Tass, over 2 steals per game and then a block and a half per game. He's continuing to keep these numbers up. He's shooting 54% from the floor, 36% from deep. Okay, you're like, whatever. Doesn't take a lot. He knows it's not really his game because he can get by anybody and get to anywhere, from within the three-point line to the rim. So he barely takes any threes. And then he's 93.4% at the line when he gets there because he's money there. He's automatic. Luka, Curry, Ja Morant are your 3 locks for the guard position. And I think...
Oh, you're going deep.
Well, I think what's happening here is there's a race between 3 Kentucky guards for possibly the 4th or 5th spots. SGA, Booker, and Fox. I think it's like those are the three guys that, Lillard is injured, so there's that right now. He's going to come back, and he's still going to put up monster numbers, so he'll be in the mix, don't get me wrong. But it's those three. I almost want to include Jamal Murray, but his numbers aren't there. Like they're winning, him in Denver. But
Book is in. Devin Booker's
Booker's in, and then it's SGA and Fox like battling it out here. And I think SGA, man, it's like
don't forget Dame. They're 9-4.
No, I know.
I know he's
back.
I know.
He's back.
Yeah. I think SGA is going to make it though. I think he's going to make it. This is the first year. I mean, he's probably going to win Most Improved too, because this is what if you make the All-Star team, and your numbers go up like that substantial, and your team's at least decent, which they are. Then he probably has that in the bag. But man, he's just like so fun to watch too right now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It is like complete control of the game. He's never rushed. He looks strong as hell. Guys are bouncing off him, and he's like goes left every time, as I've talked about, and nobody can stop him.
Steve Smith-like game, to be quite honest. The way he just uses little subtle shifts and movements and doesn't necessarily have to rely on taking three-pointers. It's cool to see a guy who goes to the rim. Literally the only question with SGA, it's not like if he's an all-star talent and putting up numbers. It's if he's going to play enough and if the Thunder will stay good enough. They started 5-6 last season, 6-7 right now. You were obviously talking about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander as an all-star last year, so we shall see. Keep him on the court, keep him healthy, because the Thunder, I don't know, they feel a little different this year. It feels like they've just leveled up their team to be a 25-30 win team rather than a 25-20 win team. And maybe that's the thing that makes the difference, because the guy's balling right now.
Yeah, and you always have guys that miss the All-Star game because of injuries. There's an injury replacement or two. If we're going deep, we're thinking about it that way. But I love the old school game of the Steve Smith reference, getting into the paint. And also he pulled the chair on R.J. Barrett. That was old school, to see R.J. Barrett just land on his buttocks. But yeah, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander looks so strong. And I don't know if part of it is he's wearing shorts so you see the quads. He's a real quadzilla out there. You see him being able to get to whatever spot he wants out there. It's key. Yeah, we'll get to the Knicks. Obviously, playing the Knicks helps. But will Shai stay healthy the rest of the season? Because they could have kept him out if they're really trying to tank. He didn't have to play at the beginning of the season because there was rumors that he was injured, be out for a while, but he came back. Just like we're seeing LaMelo Ball come back. The Charlotte Hornets could be tanking, but everybody wants a piece. Everybody wants wins. There's point inflation, though, that's for sure.
Oh my God, there are 8 guys averaging over 30 points per game right now. 8. And there's like 2 more that are like right under that. Whew.
When will Joe Biden stop point inflation?
Let's keep it going here. Tasks. Let's do a whole other round here. We got some mini winners.
I got a sneaky winner. Jose Alvarado. He's a sneaky guy. The Pelicans' backup guard. They were coming off a disappointing loss to the Blazers without Damian Lillard, and were in danger of having a second consecutive disappointing loss against Houston this time. On Saturday night, they're down 6, about 8 minutes left. Well, that's when Jose Alvarado comes to save the day. He truly did. After a Pelicans free throw, the Rockets are inbounding under their own hoop, so Kevin Porter Jr. gets the ball. A standard inbound. This wasn't a Jose Alvarado sneak out of the corner thing. Kevin Porter Jr. had the ball. He's looking around to see who he'd pass to, and Jose Alvarado's just being pesky in the backcourt, pokes it loose, scores off the steal, and that keyed the Pelicans' comeback. He was just monstrous the rest of the way. He brought the energy, hitting shots, getting steals. He played every fourth quarter minute. His fourth quarter line, 8 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 3 steals. But the most important part, save the best for last. A hilarious ending. Brandon Ingram of the Pelicans, he sealed the Pelicans' comeback with a huge dunk, which I thought, whoa, you're really destroying these guys. 18 seconds left. Do you need to throw it down like that? But that was just the start of it. They inbound, and Jose Alvarado, it's an 11-point game. It's 18 seconds left. He's in the corner, and he does the old Grand Theft Alvarado steal from behind, which hasn't got a lot of pub. Usually we talk about a steal under 24 seconds left. You're doing something like that. Yeah. Oh, that's an unwritten rule. You shouldn't be doing that. I love it. Alvarado was not done. He steals it, and then Kevin Porter Jr. doesn't let him get away. He's just pissed. He gets into his face. They both get tossed from the game immediately. And, the Pelicans arena is going nuts because this guy just lit the fourth quarter on fire. Absolutely hilarious. And it was him. It was him getting a victory. Right. You need those kinds of guys, that kind of energy.
It's a long season, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So he did it. He got them a win. And screw the unwritten rules. Rip them up. This is a new age. Flip bats. get dumb steals with 24 seconds, under 24 seconds left. I loved it. And so did everybody else. So did Joel Myers and everybody.
Kevin Porter Jr. didn't love it.
No, it's a fair
He
point.
hated it. He's a loser of the weekend to me for getting that mad about it. But also, I mean, honestly, a little bit. Alvarado is a little bit of a loser of the weekend to me. But I saw Tass had it here in the winners already, so he did have an awesome fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that to me is fine last year from Alvarado. When he was a rookie, like an undrafted rookie, or was he a second round pick? I don't know. But a surprising rookie. Now he's a little bit established. You just won the game in the fourth quarter with your team.
Yeah. No, at first I was like you. I was like, that's too much. But, yeah, I bought in. I bought in after a bit. Yeah.
You want to talk about a good nickname? That's the greatest nickname. Grand Theft Alvarado. I love it.
Yeah.
Trey, who do you got for a winner of the weekend? Your second one.
Sorry, I was just looking up Jose Alvarado.
Undrafted,
Undrafted fella. But my second winner of the weekend got to be Luka Doncic. Went 17 for 50 in a couple of losses last week. Didn't score 30 in either one of those games. And people were saying, is he wearing down? It's been less than a month into the season. Is he wearing down? No, he's not. 42 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals, a block, 2 turnovers, 13 of 22 shooting. Really fun win against the Blazers. A big-time bounce-back game from the Donk, and he is now leading the league in scoring, but he did actually get some help in the win over the Trailblazers. Christian Wood was back after missing those couple of stinkers from Luka. 19 points on 7-11 shooting off the bench. Tim Hardaway Jr., 16 points, 3 threes, 5 assists, and Spencer Dinwiddie hit back-to-back jacks in the fourth quarter. Scored 20 overall, hit 6 threes, including those 3 backbreakers in the fourth quarter. This was an awesome game, though. Dame Lillard was balling, 29 points, 12 assists. Anthony Simons hit for 24 points, hit 5 threes, and Jeremy Grant has taken his game to another level right now. 37 points in the loss against the Mavs, 5 of 9 from 3. Stay tuned for a new Sicko report because I'm loving the way this guy is shooting the basketball.
Oh, wow, Jeremy Grant's getting the Sicko report?
Yeah.
Wow.
3rd team? 4th team. This guy's been on several teams.
Yeah.
Thunder,
Yep.
Sixers,
Yep.
Nuggets, Pistons.
Wow.
Now he's on the Blazers.
You forget about the Thunder
Yeah.
days.
You forget about the Thunder days. You forget about the Sixers days a little bit, if you're being quite honest. But I mean, I don't know. Might be the oldest player to ever get a Sicko report, considering there's only been 2 of them previous.
Can't wait.
No, yeah, I was thinking that watching this game because his drives sometimes he can shoot, but sometimes his drives don't look like they're going in. Like he's just kind of floating away, but he just flicks it up and somehow they drop down. But this was a wild game going into that fourth quarter. It's good to see Luka excelling in the fourth quarters. That was more the question mark because his percentages have been dropping from half to the third quarter to the fourth quarter, but he just got help from Spencer Dinwiddie. He's one of those players that can just light on fire. Spencer gets hot, and he hit those big threes, and Jason Kidd was doing a good job of not having him one pass away from Luka when he got hot. He was a few passes away, so the defense couldn't rotate fast enough, and then they covered Spencer, but he was able to pass off to Reggie Bullock for a 3. On fire. Spencer's 11-point fourth quarter was really the difference in this game.
2 other winners from the weekend, 2 other teams that stayed undefeated over the weekend, the Wizards and the Celtics. Start with the Wizards. They swept their weekend back-to-back against Utah and then Memphis. They got a little lucky in the Memphis game because they were missing a lot of their key players. But still, that's 2 of the best teams in the Western Conference in terms of records. Wizards have won 4 straight. They're 8-6. They're doing all of this basically without Bradley Beal, who's missing time. The bearded Porzingis, 25 in the game against Memphis. Avdia with 21, tied his career high. Could have beat it if he made some free throws, but he bricked a couple late. And Jordan Goodwin. Jordan Goodwin, another strong showing, 10-8. This guy's a two-way on a two-way contract. You wonder if they're gonna get that figured out there in Washington because he's adding something to them, and they're winning some games here. I know they did this last year too.
Yep.
And they shocked a lot of people. I'm not getting ahead of myself saying the Wizards are gonna be the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference or anything, but Porzingis is playing extremely, extremely well. Like if they can keep this up, will be at least in the conversation of making an all-star team because his numbers are there and they are winning some games and he's like their leader right now with no Beal. And then the Celtics, I feel they've gone under the radar all year long, but they took care of Denver. They took care of Detroit over the weekend, extended their win streak to 6 straight games. They have the best offensive rating in the league by a mile. by a mile. 120.2 offensive rating right now. They rank number 1 in three-pointers made and attempted, 3rd in three-point percentage at 39%, number 2 in field goal percentage, number 3 in free throw percentage. And a lot of this is Tatum, who over the weekend averaged 38.5 points per game in the 2 victories. And
Too low.
Yeah, I know.
Not enough.
Sorry. How insane this weekend is. Guy scored 38.5 points per game in 39 minutes per game over the 2 games over the weekend. And yeah, we have him like 6th or 7th here on our winners of the weekend chart. Yeah, exactly.
Footnote. I saw he's got a Reddit nickname too. You know what it is? It's also pun-based. I think you could get it.
Pun-based on Tatum?
I mean, like similar to like Steph Carey, right?
Mm-hmm. It's not Taters. Jason Taters?
No, it's not. It is second brain. Name involved for sure.
Okay,
Tatum, he's good. No.
Close.
Tate Daniel?
Tate,
Jason Tate him.
Him.
He's him.
He is him. Everybody's him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is right now. And this team, I just can't get over like their offensive production. It's through the roof.
Yeah, their offense is so good right now. They're like, we were one of the best defenses in the league of all time last year. We'll figure that out later. Let's just score a bunch of points right now, and it seems to be working.
Yeah, I think they definitely got that, hey, we made the NBA Finals vibe. We'll turn the defense up a little bit later.
Yeah.
It's Cavs-like from when they were going finals to finals to finals. No one should worry about it, I don't think.
Yeah, okay. 6 straight wins. That caught me by surprise. I was like, oh, we got a little win streak going on here, taking care of business. So yeah, Wizards Celtics, had to throw them some love. Any other dubs out there for you guys from the weekend?
Darius Garland.
Oh, yeah.
Darius Garland became the first 50-point scorer in the league for about 3 hours until Joel Embiid came. I mean, we're feeling bad for Jason Tatum here. We almost forgot Darius Garland spurring the comeback against the Timberwolves. I guess D'Angelo Russell probably gets a little bit of a winner of the weekend as well for having his first good game of the season and that win over the Cavs. So there's a couple of nice games as well.
Obviously high scoring, like you guys are saying, but entertaining games, like with these individual performances, some of these close down the stretch, like an awesome month to the start of a season, which are sometimes like sluggish here or there. You get some rough games, it feels few and far between when you like sit down on any given night here to fire up League Pass. Like you've got either monster performances or like really close games down the stretch that you can be bouncing around on.
Guess you didn't turn on the Bulls last night then.
Well,
that was the thing. That was nice. They got blown out so badly. I got to turn in for Joel Embiid's incredible fourth quarter.
Yeah. Well, I'll get to my Raptors when we get to worst of the weekend too. Yeah, some dud performances from our teams here from the Classic Factory. But that's okay. We got to take our first break. When we come back, losers of the weekend. JD, what do you got?
Well, I got Peloton, of course. It's holiday time, guys. This year, Peloton is giving you their best offer of the season. Get up to $300 off accessories when you purchase a Peloton bike, Bike Plus, or Tread. $300. I think that just broke the Factor record for best discount. I mean, you can get a lot of stuff for $300.
This is like wedgies after wedgies.
Right?
After breaking records.
It's raining discounts over there. Shop from a variety of accessories such as cycling shoes, a heart rate monitor, and more. If you've been waiting to sign up to join Peloton, this offer provides you with everything you need to get started. You're more likely to stick with the fitness routine if it's something you enjoy, which is why Peloton instructors make every workout feel like hanging out with your friends. Speaking of music, iconic. That's all it says here. Exclamation point. Iconic. But I know it's classic rock, R&B, hip-hop. Hell, they've got Broadway and a country workout I just took with the Cadence King. Thought I'd hate it. Loved it.
Oh, yeah?
Hey.
Yeah. I'm a country guy now.
I feel like everybody's turning into
just
I think
been in the South
Yellowstone
for a
returned
while.
last night, too.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Yeah. It's just in the air. Whatever your tastes, you'll find the perfect soundtrack for your workout on a Peloton bike or tread. And whether you have 10 minutes to spare for a strength class or 30 minutes for a running or cycling class, there's a workout for you. Don't miss out on Peloton's best offer of the season. Visit onepeloton.com to learn more. All access membership separate. Offer starts November 14th and ends November 28th. Cannot be combined with any other offers. See additional terms at onepeloton.com.
Up until last week, I had never tried CBD products before because I was doubtful they did anything. I'm being honest with you here. You know, and like pumpkin spice, I felt like CBD products were everywhere. CBD drinks, CBD pet products, CBD lotions. Anyway, I was a skeptic, but your boy is slowly coming around to the benefits of CBD thanks to Next Evo Naturals. I'm really into this Next Evo Revive CBD complex. I've found it helpful in reducing muscle soreness after a long run or playing hoops at our local run here. And Nora and I have started taking it to help sleep at night too. You know, pop that capsule about 45 minutes before bed, and boom, Annie Lennox. Sweet dreams are made of this. It's not these. Isn't that crazy? It's not sweet dreams are made of these. No. It's sweet dreams are made of this. I know, I just blew your mind.
When you say it out loud, though, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Because made of these, not a sentence.
I know, but it's because, but who am I to disagree? And that's why it rhymes, so you think it's these, but it's definitely this.
Well, what if you're both holding a CBD product? Sweet dreams are made of these.
Yeah, you're right. The reason these Next Evo Naturals work so well has to do with the Smart Sorb technology, which is clinically proven to help your body absorb CBD 4 times better than regular CBD oil. And when you think about it, it makes sense because most CBD oil, which is found in gummies and capsules and stuff like that, it achieves between 2% and 10% absorption, which means more than 90% of what you think you're getting, it's actually wasted. Next Evo Naturals, though, scientifically formulated to deliver more CBD in a way your body can actually use it. And to help your body have a healthy inflammatory response, try the new Revive CBD Complex, which adds the benefits of curcumin with CBD, helps you feel restored. I'd like to say that. Something you say, hey, how you doing? I'm feeling restored.
Feeling restored today.
Yeah, I'm going to start adding that.
That's a great term, though. Like, if you're feeling restored, you're feeling great.
Yeah, and I am.
I agree.
Because of these Next Evo Naturals. So don't settle for less. Get your supply of Next Evo Naturals Revive CBD Complex today, or shop their gummies, capsules, and mints, proven to absorb 4 times faster than standard CBD oil. Get up to 25% off when you subscribe and spend $40 or more at nextevo.com/recover and throw in the promo code NODUNKS. That's nextevo.com/recover, promo code No Dunks. Sweet dreams are made of this.
I gotta Google that.
All right, let's get to losers of the NBA weekend. Tass, I know you're Googling.
It's unbelievable. It was a quick Google.
Yeah.
It's right up there.
Was that right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who do you have for a loser of the NBA weekend?
Let's go to Sunday afternoon. You mentioned OKC destroying the New York Knicks in Madison Square Garden. Now, the Knicks came out hot.
Whew.
48 points in the first quarter. Things are looking good. Then OKC got hot in the second. Okay, that's fine. An NBA team will fight back. Yeah. Isaiah Joe bombing away from beyond the line. Jerome Robinson Earl bombing away as well. They had 43 points in the second quarter. Okay, all right. But they had all the confidence in the world going into the locker room. You'd expect the Knicks to come out a little jab in the third quarter, a little bit of effort. No, nothing. They didn't stop them at all. They let them score another 43 in the third quarter. SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander doing whatever he wanted, 21 points in the third quarter. Tibbs, put Quentin Grimes on him. Throw that body on him. He was a non-touchable in trade negotiations for a reason, but Tibbs fooled me. Quentin Grimes is a situational player, apparently. Well, that's the situation. Put him on. Anyway, RJ Barrett only played 2 second-half minutes. What's going on there? Tibbs said the other group was getting them back in the game. They didn't get back in the game. They got destroyed. Anyway, the Thunder, they came in a bad three-point shooting team, 29th in the league at 31%. They started 16 of 25 before slowing down somewhat, so going from like 64 to 55%. Josh Giddey, another triple-double in Madison Square Garden, 24, 12 assists, 10 boards, 2 career games there, 2 triple-doubles. He was having his way, and it got former All-Star Wally Szczerbiak a little peeved after the game. JD, I do think we have the clip of Szczerbiak going off about Josh Giddey.
Josh Giddey's like, Giddey, triple-double through the lane, just doing whatever the heck he wants.
I'm going to need that video.
That's a good video.
That's a great clip.
Thank you, Wally.
We're going to see that a couple times this season after a big Giddey game, I think, from Thunder fans.
Wally Szczerbiak could be on No Dunks, I think. I mean, it's sort of reminds. It's got some No Dunks vibe. Josh Giddey's like, Giddey.
The voice goes high.
Going through the lane on MSG Network. He was right. That's the analysis.
Yeah.
The guy was just like Giddey, doing what he wanted. They got into flow in that second quarter, and Giddey hit that shot from the corner, which you didn't expect Josh Giddey to hit. Rattled in. Pokusevski's got had the bounces going in, and they could talk trash to the Knicks bench. What happens in the third quarter? Nothing, and that was the disappointing thing with this Knicks team. They won on Friday. They beat the Pistons, but they're just one up, one down, one up, one down. And although Tibbs is playing some of the kids, he should be playing Quentin Grimes, and they should be fighting more. So that was disappointing to see them give up 145.
Oh my God! I hope Tibbs took some next Evos last night to help him sleep, because I can't imagine him just stomping around his house, fuming mad that they gave up 145 in regulation to OKC. I mean, a little weird decision to put Derrick Rose on SGA. I will say that. It's like, okay, sure. Good luck with that, but I wonder how hot the hot seat is there for Tibbs. I mean, I know they're 6 and 7. It's not bad, and they're right there in the Eastern Conference mix, but uninspiring and definitely confusing with some of his lineup moves and who is getting burned and stuff like that. They keep dropping games. That'll get louder and louder of like, oh, well, Tibbs, they've tuned him out, the classic Tibbs thing, and they've moved on, and maybe someone will move over in the chair or they'll get somebody, but we'll see. Any thoughts on the Knicks' sort of rough weekend?
86 points in the second and third quarters. That's like an entire game.
Well, that's crazy.
Basically. Now the Knicks are, bottom half of the league in offense, bottom 10 in the league in defense. But they're right around 500. Yeah. So it's like, this is probably what the Knicks are going to be. They'll lose some ugly ones. They'll win some games you maybe don't think they should win, or they'll pick up a win against a team that they should beat, like the Pistons on Friday. But yeah, I think I would like to see a little more from RJ Barrett. It's weird that he didn't get that many minutes. He hasn't had a strong start to the season. Grimes is kind of struggling as well, coming back from an injury, but I don't know. To me, it's more important for your young guys to get a taste and to grow a little bit as a team rather than have a ton of success here. So I don't know. They got a 5-game road trip coming up here. We'll see how they do on that one, because there's some decent teams they're going to be playing in. There's some stinkers. So if this is an 0-for-5 road trip, that might be the end.
Yeah. They'll have to get some W's here. And they missed Mitchell Robinson. I say this all the time with the Knicks. I mean, he's always injured, so he's always out, so we can always say it. They do. They miss him, his sort of presence at least in there, at least a little bit of a defensive identity. But
especially with their perimeter defense being pretty saloon doory. They just let guys go, and that's why I think Quentin Grimes would help. I mean, they have Cam Reddish in there. He's playing minutes. That's why RJ Barrett's sad, I thought, as well. Anyway, everybody's sitting. Everybody take a turn on the bench because no one can guard on that team.
Yeah. All right, Trey, let's keep it going. Who you got for loser of the weekend?
Yeah, I kind of feel like even with the Knicks and with my loser here, it's a little tough to find losers this weekend because there were so many good winners. So a default L goes to the Los Angeles Clippers because they had a 2-point lead with about 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter of their game against the Nets. But the Nets went on a 20-2 run over the next 5 minutes, mainly because Seth Curry caught fire. He hit 3 threes during the run, pushed the Nets to 4-1 without Kyrie Irving at the time. Now 4-2 after losing to the Lakers on Sunday. But a great run for Curry. A weak loser, though, I will say, because the Clippers had won 5 of 6, and they just kind of went cold here, I thought, in the fourth quarter. Some good news, though, for the Clippers. No Kawhi Leonard still at this point, but he's playing 5-on-5 now. Ty Lue said he looked pretty good, but they still got a ways to go. Law Murray over at The Athletic is speculating it'll be the first week of December for his return. Between now and then, they've got some tough games because they play in the Western Conference, so you're never going to be able to dodge everybody. But they've also got the Rockets, Pistons, Spurs, and Pacers. If they're able to keep treading water, they'll probably be fine. The defense is there, usually, when they're not giving up a 20-2 run in the fourth quarter, but the offense has just been bad, and I think that's really what happened in this loss to the Nets. They just went super cold. Paul George couldn't find a shot, so an ugly loss, certainly for the Clippers. Good stuff from the Nets to honestly turn their season around after Nash was gone, after Kyrie Irving was gone. We'll see what happens whenever he actually comes back, but a milquetoast loser here for the LA Clippers.
Yeah, but I watched that game, and the offense it kind of fell apart. They are a team that doesn't have a lot of guys that penetrate. It is a jump shooting team, and that's exactly what happened at the end of the fourth quarter. But to see Paul George go in there and get slammed by Nick Claxton, that block there was huge.
Nice.
He said it was top 5 of his career because it was a big game, big moment in a game, and a big player that he did it against. It is odd to see the Nets getting it together. Seth Curry's emergence from his ankle injury was big, 22 in this one. And, they lost to the Lakers on Sunday. Very proud of us for not really talking about the Lakers' victory. good for us.
Oh, Anthony Davis had a monster game.
He did.
A lot of rebounds.
But yeah, strange. The only thing I want to say about the Sunday game, Kevin Durant, LeBron James didn't play again. They haven't played since Christmas Day 2018.
Wow.
That's
Against
weird.
each other.
Against each other, yeah.
Crazy.
It is weird. Anyways, the Clippers, I thought watching that game as well. They had to pull it out, but they desperately need Kawhi to come back. And then reading the story from Law Murray, who covers the Clippers for The Athletic, and him projecting December 3rd as his return date, even though he's already playing 5-on-5, I thought, man, that feels like a long time from now.
2 weeks.
But that's it's a very Kawhi thing.
Yeah.
I mean, so he's probably right. There's some days off where he can come back, and I know that they can be fine if he comes back then, but who knows if he'll be 100%. I think you still got to remain extremely skeptical.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He did it to the Spurs. He came back and he won a championship. So who knows with Kawhi?
Weekend loser has to go to the Toronto Raptors, who went 0-2 in the weekend, Friday and Saturday night. Friday against OKC was abysmal. You rarely see Nick Nurse wave the white flag and just bring in like the deep bench and say, okay, we're not winning this one. That's what he did, though, and they got their asses handed to them by the Thunder. They had 8 players, Thunder did, scoring double figures for the first time in franchise history. They had a Canadian kicking their ass, and it wasn't SGA. It was Eugene Omoruyi. Yeah. You might drop a who on that. He's a two-way player.
Hello.
He's a two-way player from Toronto area, but he had a career-high 22 points as OKC crushed the Raps. 132-113. Eugene. A guy named Eugene just lit your ass up.
I thought you were going to drop a Eugene Parmigiana.
So there was that, and then they followed it up, the Raps did, playing the Pacers on Saturday. They're in this game, obviously much more of a fight. Nick Nurse made some lineup changes. Thad in there, Otto Porter in the starting lineup. Look, the Raptors, I should have said this at the start. There is no Pascal Siakam, who's their all-NBA player. Fred VanVleet was in that Thunder game, then he was out because he's sick. This guy's just straight up sick. They say it's non-COVID, but I don't know. There's a bug going around here in Atlanta. I guess it's going around up in Toronto too. Maybe the whole team is sick, and that's what happened on the weekend. But VanVleet missed that second game because of the illness, and they put up a fight. They're in this game going into the fourth quarter, and then they just went ice cold. They shot 6 of 21. They missed 8 of 9 3-point attempts, and they fell to the Pacers, who did a lot more work from three-point land in terms of it was a bit of a math game there that Toronto lost this one. And I know a lot of Raptors fans are going, what's going on with Scottie Barnes? Because he has not looked right, especially these last few games. Is it sort of the bum ankle there, maybe a little knee injury there? Should he even be playing? People are wondering because it's so weird, though, because at times in games, he looks dominant, but then he is checked out and non-existent for a bunch of other portions of the game. Defensively, he's sort of lost at times. This has not been a great second year here for Scottie Barnes, because I think Raptors fans do this. They get way ahead of themselves, and they appoint the guy he's going to be all NBA. Look at this trajectory. And, he's a second-year guy. And he's struggling a lot. And it could be because of injuries. It could not be. But
absolutely, he is struggling. I don't mind the Pascal injury for the hope that Scottie Barnes finds his way. Although it's awful for Pascal's rhythm and growth because he was playing at a ridiculous level.
Yeah.
But just some hope that Scottie Barnes finds his way because he does float right now. It doesn't look
He just doesn't look aggressive at times.
Yeah.
And in this game, especially when you've got no Siakam and VanVleet, he sort of has to be way more aggressive. And he's a second-year player, so you're asking a lot from him, but expectations are high. He's Rookie of the Year, and obviously we know he can do it. It's just trying to put it together for 40 minutes of a 48-minute game. And Gary Trent Jr. has been brutal for the Raptors. He can't hit a shot. And that's all Gary Trent Jr. is really out there to do. He can't hit a shot. He's hit 1 3-pointer over his last 3 games. I mean, it's been very bad in the month of November. And at times they're hoping Gary Trent Jr. can create for them. And he's not. That's not his game either. So it's rough right now for the Raps. They're 500. And again, you're missing your best 2 players. Your chances are going to be slim, but I don't know, it's not expiring with this team right now. And a big part of it is I think Raps fans are like, "Oh, we thought Scottie would be carrying us to some of these wins when guys were out."
It does feel like he's playing barely out of position as well, right? And I wonder if that's part of it because he's taken a lot more 3-pointers this year and taking fewer free throws. So to me, that just says you're not in the lane as much because you're got to be a little bit of a point guard for the Raptors, and that's probably not necessarily his go-to position, but they've needed it since they don't really have the depth off the bench, and that Van Vliet has missed a little bit of time here. Siakam obviously is a big creator player for them as well. So with him going out of the lineup, you've been asking Scotty to be a little bit more of a playmaker. I don't know. He just needs to get back to kind of like scrapping and getting junkyard dog kind of buckets, and then maybe his efficiency ticks up as well. The silver lining is that Fred VanVleet only had to play 28 minutes this weekend due to illness and getting blown out.
Yeah.
They got to manage this guy's minutes because you see how important he is to their offense.
Yep. No, for sure. And it is weird just to see the straight up sickness, the illness, Not feeling good, man. Got the flu.
It's going around, though.
Yeah, it is.
It seems to be happening in the NBA.
Yep.
Although the Raps have a fourth quarter sickness. They can't score at times in the fourth quarter, especially without who we just mentioned.
Yeah, those two guys.
But it does happen to the Raps, and that was the hope with Scotty. Just be the point guard. Hey, Scotty, you're never a point guard, but he was doing it at times last year. He was running the offense at times, but it was really in okay, now it's my turn to run the offense. It wasn't a 30-minute type thing. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we anoint guys in Toronto. That's what we do. It's a little early. It's a little early to anoint him, but it feels like it's coming. It's coming.
That's fine. You got to go through the growing pains in this league. So it's just all how you react to it and try and get better. But I don't love how he's playing sort of disinterested on the defensive end. That part, you're the youngest, generally the most athletic guy out there. Like, you got to be locked in on that end. And he's like, the guys are like blowing by, like backdoor cuts on him. He's sleeping. Maybe he's thinking about the offensive end too much. I'm not sure, but Raps 7-7, and I think a deserving loser of the week here, despite all the injuries to these guys, which does suck. Any other losers? What you got?
All he does is win, 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 no matter what.
Oh boy!
But I gotta give a loser of the weekend to DJ Khaled's handles. Unfortunately, he showed up at the Miami Heat game, as he often does.
Yep.
He had a pillow for his shoes.
Yeah, that was funny.
Which I thought was funny. And at one point, he gets to get on the court and take a three-pointer. Just one of the perks of the game. I don't even mind missing the shot, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
But he gets on the mic and he says, "I'm nice with it."
Okay.
And then he dribbles like Stanley from The Office. Got the Matt Austin chicken wing out here. It looks like he's just raring up for the three. Not a bad shot.
Yeah,
not a bad
not
attempt.
brutal,
if it's just the shot attempt, he does like one dribble with the right hand and misses. All good. All good.
Miami Heat did make some noise!
But this,
the handle.
hand on the knee, dribbling only right-handed. It's hilarious to me.
Look at Bernie the mascot. I don't even know what to do. Just stand there.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah.
Good weird stuff.
So much cringe.
so much cringe.
Also, the handing of the ring over to the MC, like he gets up and like you said, he's just gonna shoot a shot. It wasn't like a contest.
No.
Just a man gonna shoot a shot. He takes off his pinky ring and hands it to his holder. That didn't affect anything. That didn't
affect his handles?
Oh, the big diamond. You hold this while I pull up my pants and fire a ball. So much cringe. You guys like the pillow under the shoes?
Well, I mean, no, but it's like...
It loses a little something for me, the pillow does. It's a funny visual when you see the pillow on the sideline. But seeing like the pregame having to carry the pillow around with you, I don't like that. No. You got to get a pillow carrier.
There's got to be a pillow
guy. You got to get a Farnsworth
yeah.
Bentley or something.
Yes. You can't bring the pillow yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But you weren't a fan of it.
Well, I guess when you see the entire package, when he comes out there and the hand on the knee, I didn't notice the hand on the knee while dribbling.
That's so Stanley-like. That's a great call. It was identical to that. All right.
Too good.
Those are our winners and losers of the NBA weekend. I'm sure we're missing a few. Let us know here in the stream team. Let us know in the comments or tweet them in at NoDunksInc. Gotta take one more break. But when we come back, pick 'em results and tweet of the night.
Oh, Shopify, my old friend. I mean, really, our old friend. We used to have a Shopify store before getting with our new t-shirt retailer, who's actually our friend. It's time to knock out that new business idea out of the park with Shopify, just like your boys. Shopify is the all-in-one commerce platform to start, run, and grow your business. It does it all. You don't need to worry about a thing. Shopify makes it simple to sell to anyone from anywhere. Whether you're selling warm-ups or wall hangers, it's time to start selling with Shopify and join the platform simplifying commerce for millions of businesses worldwide. With Shopify, you'll customize your online store to discover new customers. Shopify fields all the sales channels to grow a winning business, from an in-person POS system, I didn't know that, to even across social platforms like TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. And thanks to 24/7 support and free on-demand business courses, yes, courses too, you can learn with Shopify. Shopify is on your team every step of the way. It's how every minute new sellers around the world score their first sale with Shopify, and you can too. We used it for No Dunks, and it was simple, but also pretty comprehensive. When you're ready to take your winning idea to the world, team up with Shopify, the commerce platform powering millions of businesses down the street and around the globe. Try out Shopify for free today and start selling everywhere. This is possibility, powered by Shopify. How do we feel about that English? Getting back to our sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams are made of this possibility.
Yeah, exactly.
Sort of works.
I guess. Shopify. Sign up for a free trial at shopify.com/nodunks. All lowercase. Go to shopify.com/nodunks to start selling online today. Shopify.com/nodunks.
This classic episode of No Dunks is brought to you by BetterHelp. I've had some coffee maker problems the past couple of days. Not sure what's going on, but we got grounds where there shouldn't be grounds. Way too much steam and not nearly enough coffee. Been trying to clean out the insides as best we can, but I haven't been able to crack the code, and unfortunately, we don't have the user manual anymore, so I can't just look up the right way to get this thing back on track. Kind of like life. Because unfortunately, life doesn't come with a user manual. When it's not working for you, it's normal to feel stuck, and navigating any of life's changes can make you feel unsure. But therapists are trained to help you figure out the cause of challenging emotions and learn productive coping skills. As the world's largest therapy service, BetterHelp has matched 3 million people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists available 100% online. Plus, it's quite affordable. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to match with a therapist. If things aren't clicking, you can easily switch to a new therapist anytime. It couldn't be simpler. No waiting rooms, no traffic, no endless searching for the right therapist. Learn more and save 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/nodunks. That's betterhelp.com/nodunks.
All right, pick 'em results from Friday night. We had the Wolves-Grizzlies game. Memphis was favored by 4.5 points, so they had to win by 5 or more, and they did. Took care of business in the end. That's a win for me. That's a win for Trey. That's an L for Tassie. Having a rough November here.
You bet.
After your big win in October. I'm 6-2. Trey 4-4. Tass 2-6. What's tonight's game?
Dwayne Casey, our old friend. The Raptors
Oh, boy.
visiting the Pistons, and Dwayne Casey, head coach, owns Toronto.
It's amazing.
But they're 5.5-point dogs
Oh,
at home
oh.
to the Raptors. So you jumped on the Pistons. That makes sense. Trey jumped on the Pistons, and I just love bludgeoning myself with a terrible, terrible month. I'm just going to keep going. Raps to win by 6? Yeah, why not? That's a big line. It's a big, big, big line.
Is Freddie back?
I expect the Raps to be back. I'm not sure if Fred is back. I just don't care. I'm just going for it. Although, yeah, the Pistons, they play all right. They should be all right. But I just expect the Raps after that dismal weekend, 2 losses, to be back. But
You would hope so, but Dwayne Casey, man, he always beats the Raps. That is a weird line. It should be a little closer, in my opinion.
yeah, it's a big one. It's
Yep.
a big one.
No Kate, I don't think, still.
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Yeah.
He's been out. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he missed Fridays, yeah.
All right, let's get to tweet of the night.
Tweet of the night. Wow.
Twitter.
All right. Spot quiz. What the heck does that mean?
Spot quiz?
I guess it means pop quiz in England, because our man Mark Deeks tweeted this out from across the pond. This is a question for everybody. Get your thinking caps on. We're going back to 2009. The spot quiz today is behind Dwayne Wade, Allen Iverson, Vince Carter, and Devin Harris, who finished 5th in the fan vote for the 2009 All-Star Game Eastern Conference guards.
Trey, do you know the answer?
I don't know the
Okay,
answer.
okay. I already played this spot quiz, and
Yeah.
it is an incredible answer.
2009.
2009.
I mean,
this is going to be
it's
really
like,
hard.
Like,
to figure it out.
I don't know how you would ever go with this guy.
So it's not even Darren Williams.
It's like
No,
not even that.
close. Not even.
Like it's not even Mo Williams. It's not even Jameer Nelson. Like you have to go like 10 levels deeper.
He never sniffed an All-Star
This guy
game.
got
You can't think of All-Star.
This guy got 1 million votes somehow.
Something happened.
What happened this year?
2009. What was cool happening in 2009?
Well, this guy.
Rafer Alston?
Nice
I
guess.
mean, that's a decent guess.
nice guess.
Just watched an And One documentary over the weekend.
You watch that?
I don't know which one I watched.
Oh.
There's a lot of them. There are a lot of them out there. Nowadays, if there's one documentary, there's 3 documentaries.
Yeah, it's true.
Who else?
It's just an interesting year. We'll go across the board in the Eastern
2K9.
Conference. Some guys just got up way too high. But as far as the guard spot, 5th spot, he is known for some
Brandon Jennings?
nice try.
No, he may have been on the team with Brandon Jennings.
Oh, he may have been on his
Yeah.
team. This guy bounced around a lot. He was known
I'm
for
double-checking that.
the thing that I remember him for. Again,
No, Jennings wasn't there.
way down in the pecking order of guards. You'll never think of this guy, but he was known for one summer traded 1 billion times.
Yeah, that's
Luke Ridnour?
Yeah.
Luke Ridnour. Luke Ridnour got over 1 million votes for the 09 All-Star game.
Ahead of Ray Allen, Gilbert Arenas, a rookie Derrick Rose, even Jose Calderon and Joe Johnson.
What the hell?
Something weird happened.
That is
And I still don't
Something
know
weird happened
what it
that year.
is.
Like he averaged 9.6 points per game that year, 5 assists, 3 boards. It was his first year in Milwaukee. I guess Bucks fans were really into
No, it doesn't.
Luke Ridnour.
Well, now that you say that, Ejean Leon was 3rd in forward voting,
Oh, so
but he was on the Nets. So it wasn't a trickle-down effect from the Bucks.
Doesn't make any sense.
So-
what happened? Yeah.
So, yeah, Ejean Leon was on the verge of making the All-Star
so.
game as well. And the center spot, behind Dwight Howard, 2nd in center voting, Kendrick Perkins. That was a weird year.
Wait
a weird year.
man.
Perkins, then Rasheed Wallace, Samuel Dallenberg, and Andrew Bogut. That was weird stuff.
Luke Ridnour. Wow. Shot 40% that year.
Well, I'm seeing a 6 stretch of 6 straight games where he scored 10 or more points.
That's got to be it. Got to get him in.
There's got to be an explanation. Like, just on the wrong part of the ballot or...
Like accidental? Wow.
Yes.
Accidental Ridnour.
Like another Luke. People wanted Luke Walton in the game. No.
You think
Couldn't be that. Bamute? No.
If there is a doc on everything, could there be a doc on why Luke Ridnour was 5th in All-Star voting?
Oh, good stuff there from Mark Deeks. That was a great tweet. It was fun seeing like people without cheating, like trying to like guess it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, there was like some good guesses. Like, you know, Trey was throwing out a couple ideas.
Yeah,
but
Brandon Jennings decent, but he's
yeah.
not even. But Rafer Alston's a good guess. But like, yeah, people were guessing Mo Williams.
Yeah, Mo Williams was a popular
but
one.
Sure.
But he made the All-Star team in whatever year it was.
Yeah,
I forget what year it was.
LeBron dragged him there.
And Jennings was not yet in the league. I
Oh, yeah,
guess,
he
for
drafted.
that. But
09,
drafted
right.
in that summer. Yeah, great stuff.
Great stuff.
Spot quiz.
Spot
quiz.
There is a Reddit thread on this. Maybe we'll save it for our Reddit show.
I love it.
It's wild.
What, of-
TIL that Luke Ridnour somehow got over 1 million All-Star votes in 2009. This is like a thread. Gonna save this one.
We got to go back.
I gotta say this.
Well, it was actually, the thread is from 9 years ago, so
Wow.
people were talking about it 9 years ago.
Even in 2013, they're like, this was still weird.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
All right, fun tweet of the night. Always love a quiz to wrap up the show. Let's call it there, guys. Thank you so much for joining us live. If you listen to the podcast, leave your boys a 5-star rating and review. If you'd love to listen to this podcast without the ads, you can do that. You can absolutely do that. Now, you would not have any sweet analytics in your ear holes, but that would be your choice. You go to theathletic.com/nodunks, you get yourself an athletic subscription, and then you can listen to this podcast ad-free if you would like to do that. So go take advantage of that if you want to. Tomorrow, we'll be back here, 10 a.m. Eastern, live from the Classic Factory to break down all the action and all the storylines. And also, no breaks. That was an entertaining race, my friend.
That was a race, buddy.
You finally got a good one to talk about. How about the fireworks after the race?
The return of the villainous Max
Oh,
Verstappen.
jeez. That's going to be
Can't
fun.
wait.
That's going to be fun. No breaks tomorrow. It's on YouTube feed. It's on podcast feed. Trey Graydon breaking it all down. Wednesday, Is This Good? We'll be coming at you. Go search out that. And then Thursday, No Buff Survivor Recap Podcast. TK, myself, JD breaking down.
Thursday
this week's.
for
What did I say?
You said Wednesday, but that's okay.
It's
usually is this
Episode
good? Is this
consumption
good?
Wednesday.
Thursday this week.
Oh, Thursday this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna pre-tape something. On
Oh,
Wednesday,
right. That's what I
The
had.
following week, which is Thanksgiving.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Thanksgiving almost here.
Crazy.
Hey, did some Christmas decorations start going up in your house over the weekend?
Absolutely.
Wow, I don't know how I feel about that. Is this good?
Honestly, yeah.
Before Thanksgiving.
I saw Nora had said, "When can I start decorating?"
Yeah.
I said, "No."
No, I
Do it now.
I
We
said
bought
no
our
way.
first Christmas decoration before Halloween. The Christmas music came out this weekend.
What?
This is a battle I've lost, Skeets. I mean,
Okay.
I'm with you. I would wait until day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We go get the tree, put it up.
Yeah.
It's Christmas festival.
Yeah.
As soon
Yeah.
as that's over. But you know, the kids love it,
Yeah, I
man.
know.
But honestly, Laura loves it even more than the kids. So
Yeah.
And
Santa's out.
to be fair, you're a year-round Monster Mash.
Yeah, exactly. I was
as well.
happy to finally move on from
Yeah.
Monster Mash and start listening to Feliz Navidad.
Oh.
You know what? I think Santa Tell Me by Ariana Grande should have as much respect as Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Wow.
It's our generation's great pop song that we're going to be listening to for the rest of our lives.
Jeez.
Santa Tell Me.
She does kill it.
Yeah, I don't remember the words. But I haven't listened to it for 30 straight years, you know?
That's what everybody remembers.
You got the title? Happy
All right. What about you? What about you? Any Christmas?
The itch is being scratched.
Wow,
the
man.
not. I couldn't do the decorations. I mean, that's really on me, anyways. So
Yeah.
I said no. But the music started even before, like 10 days ago.
There you
Oh,
go.
Ridiculous.
There you go.
Holy.
We're getting the itch though. It's cold.
I know.
It is cold.
It
But,
feels
but
like
my
it.
concern is like, I love Christmas music. I love the holidays. But like, that means by December 14th, I'm going to be pulling my hair out
Yeah.
if I've got Christmas music going
You're
for
getting a lot of repeats.
Yeah, exactly.
You're getting a lot of repeats.
Fa la 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 la.
A lot of them.
All right. Anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Clever Bros.
You heard it here first. Have a great time. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us. And remember, let's go across the pond real quick. We were just doing Sweet Dreams Were Made of This, These, whatever. This is from our friend Eric Kareen.
Yeah.
I saw this poll. It's a good
Pond
poll.
is he across? The Great Lakes?
Yeah. Why did you say that?
No, the music.
Oh, the
the music that he's talking about.
Okay.
Which Cranberries ballad is more perfect?
Oh yeah. I
Let's
saw
go to
this.
JD for this one. Sorry, JD, to pull you in while you're doing a billion
It's
things.
all
You're
right.
pulling up music while you're pulling up cameras, and you got to get out of here. But which Cranberries ballad is more perfect? Linger, linger, did you have to let it linger, or Dreams?
That's Linger.
That's the right answer. 66% of people said Linger.
Hey, cranberry ginger ale you can buy right now. Because the holidays time.
Where?
Here?
Not here.
Hell yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cranberry ginger ale's here.
Oh no, it's the raspberry.
Raspberry.
Yeah,
You can't even
forget
find
it,
it anymore. I don't think they make it anymore. Raspberry
Wow.
ginger ale. Well, it used to be a thing in the 90s. I'm convinced, and it's gone. Cranberry.
Everybody's drinking raspberries.
Yeah,
They put raspberries in anything back then.
Yeah, man. All right. Hey, bye. Brace the day, people.
Good luck on your finals.